today. If you're just joining and you've got a question, feel free to add that to the chat box. I am channeling through information and guidance from the Akashic records, as well as energy, which they haven't brought through a lot of today, but we will see. And I love to see the connections in the comments as well about a lot of you going through the similar things, or a lot of you who may know each other from this. Okay, so let's take a look here. And Avi or Avi, again, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. I'm open to receiving guidance on healing my body and embracing self-love. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see what the guides want to pull through around this today. So they are pulling through. Let me just kind of clarify this with them a little bit, because they're pulling through some inner child stuff, but I want to get them to open that up a little bit more. Yeah, reclaiming your light. They're showing like your face on like a sun, as how bright you actually are, how luminescent is the word that I want to say, like, or something along those lines, like luminescent, how brilliant you really are. And so that's the path that they want to connect in, so that when you're looking at that physical healing and that self-love healing, they're wanting you to go back up and connect into that. So they're showing you as the sun, but they're showing that they're showing the inner child, like that was you as a child, as a really, really young, like super, super, super young, and then slowly that light gets dimmed and dimmed and dimmed, but it's reclaiming that really bright light. So I want to ask them specifically for some type of practices or anything else that can really get you going back into that. And they're giving me a really specific like direction here as well. So they're showing like it's like you're standing down on the ground on the earth, and you know that is who you are, and you know that that's a part of you, but you're standing down on the earth and you're like looking up as though it's as far away as the literal sun, and you're like, I know that light is there. I know that's who I am, but I can't reach it from where I'm at. Like I cannot get to it from where I'm at. Like it feels very, very restrictive. Like you can't take that on as your truth. So, and again, they're showing me that's how you get there. Like, that's how you get there. I see that flow. When you, she says you got it. If you have an opportunity, check out my profile page on this. There is a guided journey, reconnecting to your truth, I believe it is, something along those lines. And because they're showing me the exact energy flow that is covered in that meditation. So I would say definitely check that out, and you may get deeper guidance on your next step for it, and energetic support on that as well. And I just want to check in and see if there's anything else that they want to really bring to the forefront here. That like, okay, I have to work with that energy flow, because they're just obsessed with it right now. So anybody who wants to do this, who wants to connect with a really like illuminated version of themselves, a really, really sparkly, beautiful, shining version of themselves is really what's flowing through here. So we're going to do a little bit of energy run on this here. So what the guides are bringing through is when you feel like you are disconnected from that. Of course, we're never disconnected, but we feel like we are, so that becomes our reality. When you feel like you're disconnected from that, they're showing the pathway to get to that is going up, around, and back. So you're actually kind of going back to who you really are before that programming set in, before, you know, the life circumstances and all those things set in. So you're kind of going back to that original divine set point is what they're bringing through right here. This is actually turning into some really beautiful energy. So yeah, let's work with this. If you're in a place to do this, Sandy says a Disney version, like so much. And like the energy, as I was looking at Avi or Avi's theme, like it was like kids cartoons. It was like vibrant, brilliant, beautiful, magical, like very much that as your natural energy. So that's why I kind of had to take a step back and like actually look at what I'm looking at here, because there's so much beauty going on, so much magic going on, which is the core and the truth of who you are, which is the core of the truth of who each of us are in our own way. Okay, so yeah, let's work with this energy for a minute. Okay, so we're just going to take a breath. Oh, this is an energy transmission. Beautiful. So just breathing for a moment. And this energy transmission is flowing through from your soul self, your higher self, and your divine inner child. Your divine inner child is a version of your higher self. So it is the perfected divine inner child. It is your heart chakra in full capacity, in full bloom. So the energy healing that's going to be running through for you on this today is through your own self, through your own column and pillar of light. So you can just breathe for a moment and just set the intention, if you're in a space to do this, to accept and to receive from your soul self, from your Akashic records, from your divine inner child, what is most needed today to help you to reclaim yourself, help you to reclaim your power. We're just going to breathe for a moment. And again, you may find that you need to ground a little bit, focus on your feet if you're feeling a lot of energy flowing through, and just breathe, releasing any pressure to experience anything in particular, to feel anything in particular. You may feel the energy, you may not. It doesn't make a difference. It's your intention and your breath that matters. So just breathing. I am open to receiving this truth and this clarity of who I am and how powerful I am. And we're going to visualize, sense, or imagining that in your throat chakra, right in the center of your throat, that there is this brilliant, brilliant blue energy just opening in this space, this brilliant blue energy spiral or energy movement. We're just setting the intention to open this, open the connection to your truth that's already within there. Now we're going to visualize, sense, or imagine that really, really brilliant sun energy, just as though just the most brilliant, energetic sun you can imagine. And that as the rays of that sun, and the rays of that sun are actually a rainbow light, a golden rainbow light, as those are moving into your throat space, moving into that blue spiraling energy in your throat, it's helping to reconnect your truth and your power together. The truth of your power, the truth of who you are. Beautiful, really, really good. We're going to breathe with that for just another moment. I choose to reclaim this. We're involving our free will in this. We're involving our power, that human power of free will. I choose to reclaim this now. Oh, really, really beautiful. Really, really good. And this is extending into your heart chakra as well. So it's like this beautiful open energy between your throat, your thymus chakra and the thymus gland, and your heart chakra, heart center. So there's this beautiful kind of melody of green and aqua, turquoise, blue energies all opening up and all responding to the light of this brilliant, brilliant sun, to that golden rainbow light that's flowing in. Just breathing with that for a moment. Really good. Still just running. And just sense or imagine or know that your soul self, your higher self, and your divine inner child are delivering you what is most needed in this moment. Beautiful. Still running. We're just allowing this to process and run through just with your breath. Taking any pressure you might be feeling in your back, any tension, just breathing, reminding yourself it's safe to relax. The more relaxed and at ease your body is, the more receptive you will be to receiving these energies. Really good. Still just running. I release this pressure. And I open into this truth. Beautiful. We're going to focus down on the feet again. Focus down on anchoring and grounding. Allowing this to move down through your legs, down through the soles of your feet. There we go, right into the earth, grounding that deeply into the earth, sensing or imagining, again, those energetic roots growing really deep into the earth, really wide into the earth, helping to anchor you in this present moment, anchor you into your truth, into your power. Really, really good. All right, and then just coming all the way back whenever you feel ready. Beautiful. Really, really good. So there's a lot of energy flowing through there. Again, really specifically from your own column of light, from your own guides. Just so much energetic support right here and right now. So much light is flowing through right now, and that can often show up for us as a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of pain, a lot of challenges coming up. But ultimately it is that light. So when we remember to reconnect into that and bring that in as our truth, it can really help guide us through. Beautiful. Felt so grounded. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. My complete pleasure. Okay, I'm going to continue on here. Whew, that was just beautiful energy. All right. Okay. So continuing on here, Jamie, is my new or old relationship a good thing for me? All right. So let's tap into this here. And again, as always, the guides want to put the power back in your hands. So whenever there's a question like this, often what they will do is take it back to your own feeling, your own truth, your own intuition. So really, really beautiful. Alicia says, so amazing. My whole body is tingling and heated. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to take in what they want to bring through for Jamie today around this, around discernment of relationships. So let's take a look in here. And what's the highest pathway for Jamie? All right, I'm just kind of letting a scene unfold here that they are bringing through. So they're wanting you situated in an energy that I can describe. There's a lot of really beautiful imagery flowing through today, but they're wanting you situated in an energy of it's like total floating, total relaxation and ease. In this space, gaining clarity on relationships, gaining clarity on your discernment around what is and is not good for you comes crashing through absolute, of course, that's what it is. It's like a big aha moment. But to get into that energy, that's the work. And then actually receiving the information, receiving the truth of what is best for you, that's no work. You're not doing anything there. Getting yourself into the right frequency, you do that, and then everything flows through. And it's very similar to whenever I'm channeling this energy, this information, this is no work. I'm not doing anything. I'm just receiving and expressing, And so they're wanting you to be in a very similar energy of just receiving and expressing in communication. So they're showing that for you specifically, and for anybody that resonates with this message, the way to get into that is, now this is really, really cool. They're bringing through a whole bunch of information about how different people connect to their intuition that I've not seen before. It's very elemental. So your elemental for connecting into your intuition is water, but it's specifically floating on water. And it's allowing that cleansing energy of it. So any guided imagery that you can connect with, or guided journeys you can connect with where you are floating on water, or if you can physically be in a place where you can float on water, even better. Or if there's a float tank or something like that in your area, that could be really amazing for connecting into intuition. Yes, beautiful. Move next to a river. Awesome. So hearing those water sounds, so powerful. But just really allowing yourself to sense, imagine, notice, and feel like you are floating on the water. Like you're just laying back, floating. Brilliant sun is in the sky. And the clarifying water is just running through your system, clearing out any doubts, any fears, any preconceived programs, anything that you're holding on to that is not divinely and uniquely you and yours. So anything that's kind of creating those thought patterns, letting those rush out, letting that wash away. Like the guides are really showing that's a really powerful exercise. Even sensing or imagining yourself in an energetic river where that energy is flowing through. And for a lot of people, I would logically say use the color violet. But for you, blues, shades of blue, clarifying, cutting any attachment, releasing any specific way that things need to work out, and knowing that ultimately they will work out in your favor as you follow your intuition. So rinsing that all away. And then from there, then you're just open. And then you just open up. And the information, the energy flows through. So you've got your intention, which is clarity around a relationship. You've got your intention, and you just get yourself in that energy, get yourself in nature. And then it's not like, I need to know the answer to this, and you're like searching for it, and you're like, you're like trying to get the answer. Instead, it's just like, I wonder what would feel best here. I wonder what is the highest and best pathway for me. And that opens up your discernment so much. And then once you feel the truth of it, then it's around letting yourself anchor that truth. So what we can often do is we'll get their intuitive messages in the discernment, and we'll say, oh no, and we'll doubt it right away, or we'll question it, or we'll say that goes against logic, that goes against what I used to want or I used to feel. So we can bounce that out right away. So our work is really before and then after. So then after, we got to recognize our programs and patterns of doubting ourselves and of fear, of the intuitive guidance that like 2 seconds ago felt like ultimate truth, felt super grounded, felt like this is it. And then now I'm questioning that. But you just question that because you move out of your body, out of your knowing body into your mind, which has all of the other programs running in it. So it's just about dropping down from the mind and giving the body a real minute to feel that truth, so that you remember that is my truth, because that's what truth feels like to me. Truth doesn't feel like fear. Even if your intuition is telling you to move away from something or anything like that, it doesn't feel like fear. It feels like a loving guiding arm, like as though like your divine feminine, divine masculine's guiding you away. Not like I run, but just it's always very, very very unconditionally loving. And Jamie says, out of flow into my head, need to do this. That's exactly it. And like, I mean, even the move next to a river thing, like the obvious signs and symbols of this here, looking at it from like a shamanic perspective, is just letting yourself get back in balance with that river energy, because this is so beneficial to not only this area of your life, but you're everywhere in your life. So that feels really balanced. Yes. Yeah. Look at it every day. Hear it, especially hear it, because your ear chakras and your throat chakra, your throat where you're holding onto your truth, are interconnected. And so when you hear sounds of nature, it helps you to get into your body as well. So that can be super beneficial. Okay, so I've got a few minutes left. I'm just going to take a quick scan through here and see where we are at and what is jumping out to me. So there's two that I want to look at here. My pleasure, Jamie. There's two I want to look at here. So I'm going to see if I can kind of speedy get both of those. I want to look at Melinda's, still can't break through the I'm not good enough, but and just see what the guides are bringing through. The guides are bringing through that same practice for connecting back up and into your truth. And the thing is that we create these shackles of beliefs on ourselves, and then whenever we feel the beliefs again, we create those shackles again, and then we can forgive and release them, but then recreate those shackles. So the guides are really showing that whenever you are deepening your self-worth, deepening your commitment to yourself, you're lessening the strength of those shackles so that they fall off so much easier. So even though you may feel like you're going back over old ground, know that you are still making progress. But I want to go in because I feel like there's a little something else in here as well. So again, it's getting up in the head that seems to be the issue. I'm not making enough progress. I'm not where I feel like I should be. I'm not. So it feels like it's a lot of that going on that then recreates those shackles that I mentioned. So is there a particular practice or something yeah, I remember who I am. It's the remembering. Like that's a big thing for today as well, is I remember who I am. Anything that helps you remember who you are, like from that real true point, from that point where you feel strong, you feel stable, you feel, because trying to unwind all of the programming, especially for certain types of people that are very mental brain driven, very intelligent people, can just make you go crazy and around in circles and around in circles and around in circles. So feeling it in your body is what the guides are bringing through. I remember my truth. I feel this. I know who I am. Yes, I know my brain is going on with this old story, but that's not who I am, and I'm just choosing not to engage with that. I don't need to convince it otherwise. One practice that I find really beneficial for this when I'm trying to change a thought pattern that my brain's arguing with a lot is using a mantra that is not in English, so that the frequency is still shifting your vibration, but you don't have to do the convincing with your brain. So using a non-English mantra can be really beneficial in something like that helps to bring on compassion. So any like Green Tara mantra or Kuan Yin, anything like that can help to shift you into the frequency of self-compassion and shift you into your truth. Okay, so I do want to get to one more, and yeah, I've only got like 20 seconds left. Thank you so much for the donation, Jamie, so much appreciate it. But I wanted to hit on Lorette's question here. Is it okay to rely on your guides or draw your own strength? So your guides are you, like it is you. But I want to see what the guides bring through for this. When you pull up energy from the earth to feel solid, to feel strengthened, to feel grounded, is that you pulling the earth's energy? No, that's your energy. So it's a very similar thing when you're working with guides. You call upon that, but that is you because of oneness consciousness. So you just activate that part that is you. So that energy has always been available within you because of the holographic universe we live in, because of our DNA holding all of the information. So when you connect to a certain guide, call upon their power, call upon their energy, that is your own energy. That is your own frequency. So it's the same thing connecting to the earth or anything like that. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out. My time is up, but I thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much for all the donations. Much appreciate it. And thank you for showing up live today. I will be back, not next week, but the week after. Maybe next week if I can squeeze it in. But thank you guys so much for joining me live. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.